Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. TikTok has a ton of really good cleaning products that they recommend all the time, and not shocking at all. A bunch of them I already have in my home. They are my favorites. A few of them I have product tested, and I'm gonna show them to you in this video. Not all of them you have to buy from the TikTok shop. The majority of these, actually, you don't have to buy from the TikTok shop. These ones right here you do. That's kind of why they're off to the side. But everything else can be purchased either Walmart, Target, Amazon, somewhere else on the internet. You do not even have to deal with clicking on the little button for TikTok. I'm gonna explain them all to you right here. If you're new and you don't know how I like to do things, I also like to wear something that fits the topic if I'm doing a video like this. And I have talked to you guys about Halara for years, not sponsored, saying that right now, but I have been before, and I absolutely love them. And Halara is another product that is all over the TikTok shop. And actually sometimes you can get a better deal over there than you can going from Halara's website. But this is one of their really pretty backless dresses. Love, 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 love. All of my leggings are Halara. Some of my tops, I've got, I think, 3 different kinds of their dresses. Like, I love Halara, and so does TikTok. So we're fitting the theme with that. But I'll be putting on a sweater because it's actually kind of cold in my house today. Trusty little Google, I literally typed in viral cleaning products on TikTok, and it pops up an AI generated list, but it's got tons of the different ones, and 95% of them I use in my home on a daily. Dishes has a few, so I'm gonna knock them out first and foremost. It is going to be the Scrub Daddy and Scrub Mommy. I just prefer the Scrub Mommy, but a lot of people prefer the Scrub Daddy too. If you have no idea what they do, they're a sponge that they stay hard if you put them in cold water, and then if you put them in hot water, they actually get like a normal sponge would, and you can get in the creases and crevices and stuff. They're just fantastic, dishwasher safe. They don't get all nasty, and like, do you know that smell that a sponge gets? I've never gotten that with these. And yes, I already have mine for Halloween ready to go. On the subject of Scrub Daddy, the Scrub Daddy Soap Daddy, it is the liquid dish soap dispenser where you can actually pump it straight through the top, or you could put a sponge on top of here and get soap for individual dishes or like a full sink of dishes. This thing is fantastic. Had it for years. This is actually my 3rd one. So yes, I love these. Another fan favorite, Dawn Power Wash. Yes, I need a refill on my bottle, but not really because I've got multiple. I've tried every single scent they have available. I do like the Free and Clear, the absolute best, but I've tried the normal. I've tried the heavy duty. It's not heavy duty. It's the same thing as every other Dawn Power Wash. And I try all the fun holiday ones they come out with. This is the pumpkin spice from last year. I had just a tiny little bit left. I have the watermelon one from this summer. I don't really enjoy that one. It kind of smells like Desitin, you know, the baby diaper rash cream. Kind of smells like that to me. But Dawn Power Wash is definitely a fan favorite for a very good reason. This stuff is phenomenal. You might already be thinking, Rach, why aren't you actually showing us any of these products in use? If you've been around my channel for a while, every single one of the ones I've shown so far, you've already seen 1,000 times over, plus they're very self-explanatory. This is just fantastic, cuts the grease, helps you with everything. The sponges are self-explanatory, and so is the dish wipes. And so is the dish soap dispenser. However, I will show some of the products as we go along, but if I don't need to show them, I'm not going to. I'm gonna save the time. All over TikTok is the Bissell little green machine. I will piece in what it actually looks like here. Mine broke forever ago, and I never replaced it because I did find something that I personally like better, but there are so many versions of those little green machines, and people go nuts for them for spot cleaning. I just personally don't own one anymore, so I'm not gonna try and show you that. This, however, I am gonna show you the pink stuff. I'm sure you've heard it all over the place. My jar is very well loved, actually almost gone. I've done my glass shower doors with this. I've done my cooktop, anything stubborn on like the upside down bottom part of my pans, something stuck on my walls. My walls when I first moved in here were builder grade paint, unsealed, non-scrubbable walls. This, I was able to scrub stuff off my walls with. Magic eraser took the paint. Normal like dish soap and scrubbing sometimes took the paint. This was fantastic. This is a legit scuff mark in my wall. Pink stuff. Every bit of that scuff mark is gone. I go behind it with the other clean side of the wet rag, but it's completely gone. The pink stuff is abrasive though, so I do recommend gloves if you're going to actually be working with it. I was just doing one small little place, that's why I didn't worry about it. but I would normally wear gloves with that. Swedish dishcloths are going insane over on TikTok right now. No, these are not theirs. These I actually got from Grove forever ago. People don't realize the magic of these. It replaces like an entire roll of paper towels, and it's reusable. You can put them in your dishwasher, just let them dry and then keep going. I'm gonna show you these versus a normal paper towel so you can understand. And then they've got like a 5-pack over there for, I think it's like $7 or $8, and they're fantastic. There's people all the time testing them and showing them on TikTok. I love these things. That's why I've got several of them. What I'm gonna do is, because they don't believe the other girl because there's cuts in her videos, so I'm not gonna put a cut once I start showing what these do. They're fine, they're good, I test them, they're great paper towels. My husband bought the wrong Baja, he bought the zero sugar, so I'm gonna waste a little bit of his and I'm sure he'll be fine with it. But I'm gonna put one spot over here and the same size spot over here. Put the paper towel down, let it do its job. Put this one down, let it do its job. Now you saw, same amount of liquid, but when I go to close this up and I lift it, it's all somewhat in there, but it will start dripping here. There it goes. It'll start dripping with just the little bitty amount that was in there. Now this one, make sure it got it all, move it around, and I can lift it up. There's still dry spots that it would take even more liquid. Nothing's dripping. It got every bit of that off my countertop. That's why these are amazing, and I can reuse this over and over again. Shown on the channel, talked about it for years, and that is because it is that wonderful. And yes, mine has still held up. This is the original one I bought years ago, and it is the Chom Chom Pet Hair Remover. See, Chom Chom. I got mine off Amazon way before it was ever mentioned on TikTok. If you have pets, this thing is a lifesaver. But essentially, this little roller will collect all the pet hair, and it puts it in this little back compartment, and then you can open it up, collect all the pet hair, clean it out like a lint roller for your couch. This is the cat's bed, and it's got a soft cushion on the top and the bottom. So this would be a good example. So you saw there was nothing in here, but you just roll it like a lint roller would. They also have one that has a handle where you put a long stick on it too, if you think that would help you. Okay. Get down here. All right, now, just from that little cat bed, check that out. Look at how much pet hair is in there. This thing is amazing. Look at it. All of that was collected out of their little bed. The results speak for themselves. There's a reason why I've loved this product and why it is so crazy viral over there. YouTube, Instagram, everywhere talks about the Chom Chom because it's great. Let's talk about two of the best, most viral stain cleaning products ever. And ignore the fact that it does say carpet spot remover. I use Folex all over my house. I have white bedding. This is what saves my white bedding. If you've been around my channel for a while, I've talked about Folex forever. Now, this little Miss Mouths Messy Eaters, this stuff is absolutely great. I got it off the TikTok shop. You can get this online. You don't have to get it from over there, but it is so, so good. So I was baking like a moron, and my wrist I got right in chocolate. So I've got a little something right here and right here, but just watch, okay? Put a few sprays and work it in. Now I will launder everything that I spray either of these two on. Even if it said it didn't have to, I still will. But look, that first one, completely gone. Now this one, put the Folex on, rub it in, and you can see the chocolate is already lifting out of that stain. Look at it. It's already going away. And once I launder this, every single bit of the rest of that will fall right out. Look, it's already practically gone off there. That is why I love these two. Let's talk about a toilet brush. This is the one I got off of TikTok shop. You can see that it's off the floor, hangs to the wall. It comes with enough refills for 6 months, and the whole thing is under $20. And all you do is pull it out and it pops open for you. It will stay open the entire time you're cleaning. If you want that to attach though, you have to hit the button. And then just grab the pad like you would the other name brand one we're not gonna say, but then you just clean your toilet, baseboards, whatever you really want to clean with this pad. I had to lie in their trash can for a second, but this still dry. I just dip it in the water real quick. You can see it automatically starts turning blue. Get all down in there. It doesn't fall off the stick, nothing like that. Anytime I do a toilet though, I like to let the cleaning solution sit for a little bit before we flush. But then this little button right there closes up on its own. I mean, that thing is amazing. I was really surprised when I saw how many people learned about Barkeepers Friend on TikTok, because I've used this stuff forever. They actually have a cream cleanser version too. This is the powdered one. It is fantastic. Like over fall, I make a lot of recipes in my big Dutch oven, and it's white. It gets dark. You know, you gotta like really scrub it. There's no extra scrubbing. With this stuff right here, it is fantastic. It doesn't damage it. I've used it on the bottom of my pans. I'm actually gonna try and find a dirty pan just so I could show you. Look at the discoloration from cooking on my white pan. This I can easily clean with the Barkeepers Friend, make it look almost like new again. This is for my husband's eggs this morning. It actually would have been a good one to show you Dawn Power Wash because it's a little greasy in there, but y'all know what that magic does, so I'll need to do that. Barkeepers Friend though, I will show you. I'm gonna do this on the towel just to hold it still, and that way it's not in the sink where y'all can't see. But y'all remember what the before looks like. It says a damp surface, and then you sprinkle a little bit of the product on, and then you're gonna scrub it. This is actually a non-shaped face, like you know the face of the Scrub Mommy? This is the exact same product, but not the face. So I'm gonna use that, and you just work the product in. You can already see it working on the middle where the logo is. Like, look at that. Still the same pan. I just don't want you guys to sit here and watch me scrub all this, because it is harder on cooked on things like this than it is on like a newly cooked in Dutch oven. Look, do you see that? All that yellow gone. This is not one of those products that you want to sit and leave it. That's not okay. You need to wash this right away as soon as you're done scrubbing. I ended up doing dishes. So the Scrub Mommy, I have it in hot water so you can squeeze it, crush it, holds all the water, zero grease still in the pan because of, oh yeah, that's right, Dawn. Look, no soap. Soap, like, I love that dispenser, but I didn't need more soap, so I'll just leave that there for next round. Yeah, that's the sound of no grease. Beautiful thing. And look at the pan. And I could have kept going and got every bit of the left of that. I just didn't want to be honest. But look at how beautiful it is. Stupid me, again, that is one that I should have been wearing gloves with because I can already feel it on my hands. See that beautiful little blue light right there? That's my Zebo Bug Catcher. Now, when I show you the flip side of that, know that you're supposed to change these things out like every, I think it's 15 days. Let me see. I have my extra refill right here. Oh, yeah. Okay, it does say check every 2 weeks or as needed. It has been probably about 3.5 weeks at this point since I have replaced that, but okay. The tiny little gnat bugs were awful this summer. I live in Florida. So at one point, yes, I had two of these going in my house, and they would be full every single time that I went to go check them and replace them. Now I'm back down to one and have been for about the last when I replaced that, so about 3.5 weeks. But all it is this little sticker paper. You pull this off and insert it. I'll show you that in a second. So you can see it straight from the wall, straight to you. Look at how many little bitty, well, and big, but how many bugs are stuck onto this paper. These things are so good. But yeah, you just take this out. Since the box is empty, I'm just gonna use that as my trash can. All right, you take this, pull it up, slide it in, and plug it back into your wall. It is that simple, and I don't have to deal with little gnats flying around. If I bring in bananas and magically there were some on it, they immediately go to this, they die. We open the back door, letting the kids in and out, the bugs go straight to this, gone. Amazing. Right, back in, and we're good to go again. I've learned my refills for this are a lot cheaper if I get them from Walmart. I do also believe this can be sold on TikTok Shop. I'm not sure, but even Walmart, Target, Amazon, all of them sell them. I do believe the cheapest place I have found for the refills is Walmart. Let's jump into the 2 items for smell good, and that is the candle that I've been talking to you guys about. It is a flameless candle diffuser, and there's these little car air freshener things. There are tons of brands of these, but they are pretty exclusive to TikTok Shop. Like this one is candy corn scented. I haven't opened it yet. It still has a little stopper in there because I don't have permission to post yet. So there's that. I can't really smell anything through it yet, but they've got these. You hang them in your car, you pop the little cork, and then you turn them upside down as needed. This will get wet and then it smells good for months. Connor had one in his truck, I think for a good 3 months before he ended up dumping all the extra liquid out because he knocked it over. But these last so long and they've got tons of smells, tons of companies. This thing, however, I have talked about this. This is the Lifelines diffuser. You pop the lid on, it turns on. You pop the lid on, it turns off. It'll go for over 50 hours on one charge. This bottle I've had for so long, and look at how much is still in there. I use it. I am waiting for this scent to die so I could put in a fall smell. I'm gonna have to end up dumping this out. But literally you just click it in there and you just let it go. It's as easy as that. And you could smell this through my entire house. It is so strong. Target also sells these. QVC is the TikTok seller. So QVC, their website, sells these. However, in Target, they are $10 more and they only have 3 colors. TikTok Shop has it, I believe, in 7, although only 3 are in stock right now. They have the white, the black, and a cream, I think, are the ones that are currently in stock. But do you want to see the coolest thing about it? Oh, you see it? You could blow it out like a real candle. Like, this thing is crazy. The on and off can also be done just by the lid, or there's also switches on the bottom, and you can change the intensity. I've got it on the low intensity, and you can smell this through my house, so I can only imagine the high intensity. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that. See what that's like. So I'll leave that on for a little while. There are tons of companies on TikTok Shop that make good, clean cleaning products. Like this is an all-purpose spray. Mississippi Candle Company is the one that makes this one. This one's called South Mississippi. It's kind of masculine, but they all have so many different smells. So you don't have to go by that, and they will all give you a description of what the smell should be like too. Like the R&W Candle Company, they've got one that's blue lava. Oh, that stuff is killer. I had to go digging because I wanted to find something else too. Mavwicks, that's another big one on TikTok Shop. These are their diffuser oils. That's one of the things I want to put in there. But these right here, they sold them in a bunch of different fall, Christmas, all that. I got the whole Christmas set. I have 5 of them. I only want to dig these 2 out. But this evergreen one, I was putting this on all of my Christmas foliage last year, my Christmas tree. I would just take a dropper of it and put a few drops. It smells so good. Like, if you like stuff like this, definitely Mavwicks. I am new to trying the Mississippi Candle Company. This worked really well, didn't leave a residue, didn't leave anything sticky behind. So I'm not mad at this product. I'm still sampling this one though. However, there are tons of companies that make stuff like this, and they are all American made, good cleaning products. You just should mix them up a little bit before you use them. My whole house smells like a Christmas tree right now. That I was not ready for, but the Mavwicks little diffuser oils, stunning. Absolutely stunning, and they make them for all year long. Speaking of something else truly stunning, and since I always end with floors, we have to move in to these 2. These are Mop Soaps by R&W Co. Yes, I have the pumpkin spice. This will make my entire house smell just like the most perfect fall. And then I do also have Christmas Spirit. This does not smell like a Christmas tree. They have one that's called Christmas Tree. If you're more for like the evergreen and that type of thing, they do have one that's called Christmas Tree, and I think they have another Christmas one too. I'm not really sure, but this is not that. It's Christmassy, but not Christmas tree. However, this is gonna be the one I'm gonna show you today. The O-Cedar Spin Mop, we know her, we love her. TikTok is obsessed with her. I'm not going to be using her today, but that is another very, very viral one, is the O-Cedar Spin Mop. I have been sampling O-Cedar's latest one. It's one of the flat ones. So far, not mad at it. It's one little feature that kind of irritates me and bugs me, which is why I said I'm still trying to get there with this one, but it does have the clean water side and everything, so I'm working on this one. This one is a flat pad. It does hang on there. I have already washed this one 3 times now after thoroughly cleaning all my tile, and it is still completely unstained, looks brand new, still connects great. So that is one of the features I'm really loving about it, is I don't have that really gross, nasty mop head. This entire bucket of clean water, almost to the max line. Shake these up really, really well. Okay. I'm only splashing in that much. You saw it. It was like a capful. Bring you all the way down to the floor so you can see there is something stuck right here on my tile. So I'm gonna get that over here with this walkway, and then you'll also see that it doesn't leave anything sticky or anything gross like a sheen behind. Then over here by my back door, there's also something stuck right here on the floor, as well as a few things all along here that are stuck. So we're gonna get that too. Up close and personal with my floor. See? It just grabs it and takes it away. And it smells incredible. Do you see this? And look, it's almost the size of one of my tiles. Like, waiting for both spots on the floor to dry so I can show you. But just look at the color already from 2 spots in my home, and we mop once a week. Like, this is incredible. Between the Mop Soap, which is already fantastic, and the smell in here is giving me all those cozy fall vibes. But look at the cleaning power between the two, the mop and the Mop Soap together. Stunning. If you want to see how the new bucket works, okay, still dirty mop. Bar side to the back, okay? This is step 1. It sprays the clean solution right here onto the pad. And step 2, squeeze some of it out and keep going. Back to the floor by the back door. Look, there's no lines, no sticky residue, nothing, just clean tile. Look, nothing. Perfect. That's all the cleaning products I have for this video, but I do have many, many more that I'm already stacking up. If you guys want to see that, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll go ahead and make another video just like this one. If you enjoyed it, also thumbs up, because that'll tell me too. If you did enjoy it and you are new and you like videos like this one, I really hope you consider subscribing and sticking around. I'm gonna go ahead and finish mopping these floors. I don't get to mop the floors very often because that's one of my husband's chores and he really likes to do it, and by all means he can have that task, but every now and then I want to play with the new tools too. So I'm gonna finish mopping these floors before he even gets off of work. So thank you guys so much again. I appreciate you being here more than you will ever know. I love product testing and making videos like this one, and if you enjoy them too and have other products you want me to test, also leave those below and I'll add them to the master list. Otherwise, I'm gonna shut up now and go do my floors. Thank you guys again. Have a wonderful day. Bye guys.